Hey guys, what's up? My name is Anthony, and welcome to another edition of BNA Sports Talk. And today, what I want to talk about is Brett Coleman, because he made a video about Daniel Jones, basically just diving into the film of his rookie year. And I like these YouTubers because it's kind of like a non-biased way to basically have an opinion on somebody. He's a Texans fan, I understand, but he didn't like Daniel Jones coming out of the draft. I understand that too. He's just basically just dove into the film and basically he knows the covers and different concepts and things like that. So he understands what Daniel Jones is understanding, what things are math, which things are luck, and different things like that. And I found his highlights and analysis very keen. So definitely do watch the video and subscribe to him if you haven't already. I've been a subscriber for about, a year and a half now because I always learn something from it. And basically, he likes Daniel Jones, but he's not sure whether he's going to work in this league. He uses the Jameis Winston thing a lot. Now, I don't think Jameis Winston and Daniel Jones compare really that much because Jameis Winston had a cannon of an arm. He's only a rookie. Jameis Winston was doing that into his fourth and fifth. I think last year was his fifth year. I think that Daniel Jones realized that he doesn't have a cannon. His deep ball accuracy, he mentions, is 8th in the league, or like as far as beyond 25 yards. But he mentions he doesn't have great ball placement. And that's a little bit of a concern. I think that he needs to improve on that. And definitely having a coach like Jason Garrett, whose experience will help him in his development. And, you have a coach that's going to be able to be like, okay, this on film. And Daniel Jones seems to be a fast processor. He improved on the fumbling and improved on a lot of things. And the fumbling isn't just the only issue. A lot of Giants fans think, he just solved his fumble and that's it. No. We all know he struggled against the cover 2 with a Tampa 2 defense. He struggled reading defenses. Brett Coleman's almost suggesting that he was getting lucky. He wasn't, reading the pocket well. He was just kind of stepping somewhere, and if nobody was there and he delivered a throw, it was great. But if not, he would get hit, and, bad things would happen, either a sack, a fumble. He's sometimes a slow processor. There were many times I dove into the film a little bit where, especially throwing to Caden Smith a couple times, 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, the ball, would just struggle to get there. He doesn't have the best arm strength. I think last year he was basically just trying to, throw everything at the wall, see what his skills are. And now this year you can basically just hone in on his skills. What does he do well? What does he do bad? We know that he doesn't have great arm strength. Brett Coleman, highlighted that again with his deep ball. Obviously the improved offensive line is going to, help him out a lot this year. Give him an extra time to throw. And process things. With teams like the Arizona Cardinals, you had Kyler Murray, who threw screens at a historic pace. He threw them more than Justin Herbert did in college. Well, no, not more than, but he threw a comparable to Justin Herbert in college, and we all complain that he throws too many screens. What did Kyler Murray really learn? I think Kyler Murray is smarter than a Daniel Jones right now, but, he had an offensive line that was awful, and that kind of hindered Kyler Murray's development as far as, processing defenses. I think Daniel Jones this year, he's going to have more time in the pocket. You're going to have a blocking tight end, Levine Toilolo, who's going to help Nate Solder on that right side, give him more time to learn and to learn ball placement, to learn a bunch of things. Daniel Jones was just a rookie last year. People didn't have high expectations from him. Madden gave him a 63 ranking. How do you give a quarterback a 63 ranking when they're number 6 overall pick? I don't even care if they're Tim Tebow. You do not give them a number 63 overall pick. That shows the bias of a lot of, people at Madden, different things like that. Tyree Jackson was rated higher than Daniel Jones. You know who Tyree Jackson is? Nobody does. There's 2% of the people who did draft scouting that, know who Tyree Jackson is. He was supposed to be the next Cam Newton. He obviously had a lot of bias against him. Now I feel like the pendulum is swinging in a different way a little bit too much. People are saying, he's the next greatest Eli Manning, he's great, and then people are looking past all his deficiencies. Daniel Jones was put in an awkward position last year. I'm not saying it was an awful spot because there have been way more awful opportunities like with Josh Rosen, but we saw with Daniel Jones there were very many great things that he can do. He just needs to get better pocket awareness. He needs to learn how to slide. I'm going to show a clip, hopefully if I remember to show it. His sliding is awful. He needs to, ask Derek Jeter how to slide. Eli Manning had a little bit of that problem as well. I think that will be solvable, but Daniel Jones is a quick processor. Brett Coleman goes into some positive things about Daniel Jones that, he makes some really good splash plays. But Daniel Jones needs to realize that he doesn't really have the strongest arm in the league. I think as the years go by, he's going to be put in an offense. more fit to his success. He doesn't mention the air Coryell and whether that's, good for Daniel Jones. And I don't blame him because he already put so much effort into his video, diving into where the ball should be placed. I'm like, geez, it was just a high quality video. I learned a lot from it. Definitely do check him out. Again, I can't stress it enough. If you want to learn more about football and, scouting and different things like that, want to know whether a quarterback is good or not, definitely do check him out. Daniel Jones needs to take a step up in the second year. It's not all on him, but the team needs to progress and it needs to win. If you don't see it down the field, don't force it. Just take the dump off. Use Saquon Barkley more. And Saquon Barkley, people are ranking him the best running back in the league. Use him. He's a great pass catcher. Now this year, he's going to be, even better. Now he's coming off of his injury, and he's more hungry than ever. So I think with this Air Coryell offense, it's going to be very simple reads. It's going to be, deep, middle, short, and he's going to be able to dump it off to Saquon. But, definitely do let me know. Do you think Daniel Jones is, did this change your opinion about Daniel Jones? Are you a little bit less optimistic? Do you think the pendulum swung in a completely different way for a, nonsensical reason? But yeah, I want to keep this video a little bit short. Get on with the rest of your day. Have a happy Tuesday, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.